Hey, Shalom, Shalom. This is Yah Demai from the Great Millstone, Houston. And I want to give all praise due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rahab Kakadash. And double honors to the apostles at Great Millstone, and the bishops and the elders on down, and the high priest that taught them. And I'm going to a lesson today going into wisdom making a man face to shine, right? And I'm going to start off with Psalms 104 and 15. And wine that make it glad the heart of man. Yeah, wine usually make men like happy, calm and joyful. And oil to make his face to shine. Yeah, oil ultimately goes into the scriptures, and the understanding of this knowledge of the scriptures, right? But some brothers, they apply like certain oils, that benefit the skin, like maybe like pure coconut oil to make their face to shine, body to shine. And bread, which strengtheneth man's heart. Yeah, certain foods, of course, lawful food. We need like food to have us strengthened. But the point is, in oil to make it his face to shine. And like I say, when you go into oil, it's really about these scriptures and the knowledge, having that knowledge of the scriptures. And let me get Matthew 25 and 3. Okay, red letter because that's Yahweh Shah speaking. This Matthew 25 and 3. They that were foolish took their lamps and took no oil with them, right? Maybe they could be like not coming with the full truth, not having the correct doctrine. Verse 4, but the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps. Yeah. See, the wise took the oil with them in their vessels, and with their lamps. Like I said, the oil represents the truth, the wisdom and knowledge, of these scriptures. And they, took oil in their vessels. And let me get, to go into that, 2 Corinthians 4 and 7. Yeah, this 2 Corinthians 4 and 7. But we have this treasure in earthen vessels, right? That the excellency of the power may be of Yahweh and not of us. I always have trouble pronouncing that word. Excellency. Yeah, read it again. 2 Corinthians 4 and 7. But we have this treasure in earthen vessels. Yeah, in these bodies, in these corruptible bodies we are in, this flesh, that the excellency of the power may be of Yahweh and not of us. Yeah, it's from on high, from Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. See, we got this knowledge. Through the water Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, we got the knowledge and understanding of this truth. The treasure going into, this knowledge too. Scriptures. This because everybody don't have this, in earthen vessels. Right? So let me get Ecclesiastes. You know what? Let me go to what's that? Matthew, the treasures, right? Matthew 6. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. Matthew 6 and 19. Lay not up for yourself treasure upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. Yeah, putting your all into this world. It might be getting a new house or a car or whatever, just being into this world like that where people can break into your house or steal your car, you know. And this money, is on its way up out of here, right? Verse 20, but lay up yourselves treasures in heaven, right? Where neither moth nor rust does corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. Yeah. So, laying up treasure into heaven is, that's what that's what the apostles, brothers, elders, and brothers on down, that's what they're doing, like every week, you know, getting into these scriptures, the knowledge, you know, and and teaching the word, preaching this 100% truth, in them treasures. But that's how I wanted to go into that, to go into that about the treasure, right? But, going into, wisdom making a man face to shine, Ecclesiastes 8:1. And this was Solomon. Solomon wrote Ecclesiastes, which Solomon was Yahushua coming, was Yahushua back in the reincarnation. What Yahushua was King Solomon, okay? But that's another lesson for another time, But this Ecclesiastes 8:1, who is as the wise man, right? And we just went into that wise, the wise man that had the oil in Matthew, the 25th chapter. Who is as the wise man, and who knoweth the interpretation of a thing? Yeah, who knows the breakdowns of the scriptures, just the understanding of the word. A man's wisdom maketh his face to shine, and the boldness of his face shall be changed. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, this knowledge, this wisdom gonna make a man face to shine. And you see most brothers too, they have a glow about them too, the apostles, elders, brothers in certain cities, states. They have a glow about them, because they into this word that, up under Yahweh Shema Shai. Okay. And let me get this one in Daniel. 9, and what's that? 17. And this is Daniel 9:17. Now therefore, O our power Yahweh, hear the prayer of the servant and his supplications, and cause thy face to shine upon the sanctuary that is desolated for Yahweh Shema Shai sake. Yeah, pray the servants, that's gonna have that shine, they're gonna have this knowledge, for their face to shine. Okay? So, I go into that, what's that, Amos? Because he give his servants, what's that, 3 and 7? Because he give them the secrets. Amos, this is my favorite scripture, by the way, too. One of them. Amos 3 and 7. Surely, Yahweh Shema Shai power will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets. Yeah. He's going to give them the secrets, the mysteries, and so forth, of this knowledge, of the scriptures. So, hey, those are ones he making their face to shine, Yeah, in this dark place. And let me get this one. This is probably the last one. Isaiah 60:1. Isaiah 60:1. Arise, shine, For thy light is come, and the glory of Yahweh Shema Shai is risen upon thee, right? For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth. And that's what's happening right now, man. All kind of things going around, higher ups, what's going on in this, whatever you want to call it, with Trump and all this tariffs and all this stuff. It's going to just get worse. And these people out here, they just gone mad, So, yeah. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. Yeah, there you go. But Yahweh, by Shema Shai, shall arise upon thee, the prophets, the men of the Lord, his servants, and his glory shall be seen upon thee. And the Gentiles shall come to thy light, and kings to the brightness of thy rising. Yeah, so ultimately, man, we're gonna want to be a light to this world, in this gross darkness that's out here, Yeah, it's these people are, going into your alphabet game, which I mean as your loving the same gender type of person, So yeah, we need salvation. We need to get up out of here. But we want to be a light of this world too. We want to be ones that the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, make it our face to shine. So, hopefully this been edifying and to the point, and I want to give all praises due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wahab, Wakar Kadash, and double honors again to the apostles at Great Millstone, the bishops, elders on down, and shalom to the elect. Until next time, shalom.